Hello, this week I finished 3 A6 size journals. I made these books ages ago when I did a big batch of different sizes of books, but I've only really finished them off and decorated them and, did something with their insides and did some ephemera for them this week, a little bit of last week, but they're finished this week. So, I'm going to show you these one at a time. Is my intention to put all 3 of these in my folksy store, shop by the end of the week. So if anyone's interested in any of these books before I have them listed, you can always message me. But yeah, I'll just start at the beginning here with this buggy book. So originally it was just a plain journal, and I'd covered it in this lace is the word I'm looking for. So it's a hardback journal. I've finished off the spine with some more lace. I've decorated the cover with this. It's a beetle sticker. I've got a bunch of them. They're all like watercolors. I got them ages ago. I can't remember where exactly, but it was probably AliExpress. So yes, I've kind of gone with a buggy theme. This is handmade paper here that I made myself, and then I've used some sprays to bring out some metallic splotches. And when we open the journal, now this is quite a chunky embellishment, and I have to admit I got my inspiration for making a gilded wooden embellishment from Bellaboo Creations, as Belle from Bellaboo Creations made me a journal. I commissioned her to make me a journal, and she had done this, and I thought that's a brilliant idea. And the thing is, he's quite chunky, so he does kind of make a gap in the book, but I regret nothing. Yeah, I like him. So here's a pocket. And there's a cool little, so it's got gilding at the bottom, it's got lace at the top, it folds out, so you can do it like, or, write in it, lots of writing space. You can do it like a book, you can do it as like a scroll. Then on the back there's writing space on this, and I think it looks kind of like a castle, which is cool the way I've done it. So yes, lots of writing space. It's a cool little tag thing that I made to go in the pocket. We have the coordinating lace and spine lace here, and here there's another one of those beetles and a brassy embellishment here, and there's a little pocket here with a little tag. And what else have I got? It's just some lace on the pocket. And this is a little envelope. You can put all sorts of envelopey things. And here's another little card that I made. It's got a little butterfly sticker and gilding around the edges. So, yep. Just a few bits to illustrate the pockets. Of course, you can fill this with whatever you please. Little bee there. And everything sparkles, and then that folds over. So here we've got the pages, and the pages are an assortment of tea-dyed. This is kind of like this coloration is printed. It's some paper I bought that way. So we've got tea-dyed lined paper, we've got tracing papers. So it's quite an assortment of textures and browns. And here I've made a little magnetic pen holder, so this can go anywhere in the book. And it is, as I say, magnetic. And yeah, it just goes in wherever you want it, or you can take it out completely. Just show you how that works. Not the easiest thing to do on camera. It's elastic, so it'll fit, it will fit a pen that's bigger than this. I'm just struggling to do it like from this angle, but yeah. So there you go, and you've got your pen in your book held in. So the book does not come with a pen. And here you go. I haven't decorated any of the pages. They are, however, like inked. Every single one is inked, so they have that rustic look. And here's another little tag thing with another beautiful little beetle on it. And this opens out. And here we've got a little pad. And he slides out so he can be taken out completely. He's got a beetle as well. Just an assortment of papers. Yeah. So that can be replaced or removed, which is pretty cool. And here this is just stuck on. Sorry, you can see there's a little fly of some sort, I think. And this is just a bit of writing paper with a paper clip on it. This is a double pocket, so there's a pocket in front, there's a pocket behind, and this is the final thing. It's just an index card with some tea-dyed paper stuck on. So yes, this is book number 1 with lots of foldy-outy pockets, stenciling, a little bit of stenciling, lots of plain papers, a pen holder. And here you go again with the flip out, lots of beetles. It's quite a nice buggy book, really nice texture, very tactile, and purple and green are always a good combination. And then it's just all tied together with a ribbon, because if you add things to it, it might get even chunkier than this. So ribbon's a good idea to keep everything together. Okie dokie, now we'll move on to the next book. And here it is. Now, with these books, I never had a plan to like of what I was going to do with them. I just took each book individually and just started adding things and pockets and whatnot. So this fabric I absolutely love. It's a bit witchy, a bit, you know, palm reedy. I love the little mushrooms and the butterfly. Possibly that's meant to be a moth, I'm not sure. Now, something that's interesting in this book, and I'll warn you, I hope I don't like absolutely blind you with the light that's above, but maybe if I open it this way it'll be less terrible. So I decided I would put a mirror on this book. So as you can see, well, you're seeing a lot of the top of my head. Whoop, there's my eyes. Yes, there's a mirror. So I don't know, this book just felt like a very, it's got an introspective vibe to it. And the mirror's a little bit dirty, but you can imagine it could be cleaner. Oh, and there's my light fixture. Isn't that great? Yeah, so there's a mirror as soon as you open it, and then this folds out twice. So there's little bits of ephemera here. Here we've got some gilding, tag, and I used a lot of black paper just in the ephemera, but I thought it could be quite cool to write on that with like a metallic gel pen or something, so I just left it instead of like layering it with more paper all the time. Something else that I had for this book was, as you can see, like I've gone over the pocket edges with this black masking tape. I got that for free, and I can't remember what it was from. It was like I ordered from something else from this supplier, and they sent me a sample of this black masking tape. I was like, what on earth do you do with black masking tape? Then I looked over some content from the person who, the supplier, who sold me. It was ink spray that I bought from her, I think. I'm not sure. That sounds right. Anyway, and I saw what she does with the black masking tape, and I thought, oh yes, it does have many crafty applications. This could be good. So I used it, and I am a fan of the black masking tape. I think I may buy more. I will put a link to where I got it below, because it's quite a unique crafting supply. But I'm sure if you keyword searched black masking tape on Google, it would come straight up. So here's a tag, just illustrating some pockets. This is a little envelope with nothing inside. Little envelope. That's all been covered with the black masking tape. A little bit of lace. And what have we got here? This is just some writing paper, and a little tag, and a little moon paper clip. And here we've just got an index card. So we've got more of just the repeated kind of lacy bits and whatnot. And this is just a brassy embellishment that I've drawn some antenna on, and put a bit of gilding in the center to just kind of break up the space. Now I'm going to show you this from the side, because this is the only one that I added. I added a lot of lacy bits too, so it's a bit chunkier, but it's really quite beautiful. And I never just like, gold isn't usually my go-to, but I'm finding myself a lot more drawn to brassy or like antique bronze and gold lately. So there's the first page, and you can see I've just got the bits glued in every so many pages. And this is the same kind of mix of papers, different textures, different kinds of paper, tracing paper, and then just bits of lace glued in. Quite securely, but you know, it's really quite pretty and tactile. And I really like it. I love the way this one came out, and it too has one of these pen holders. This one's been embellished more. So it's got a little metal thingy. It's magnet, and the elastic is sewn in on all of these so that it's really secure and really tough. Hand stitched that, and boop, there's your pen holder. So yep, just more of these papers. I haven't embellished any of the pages beyond the lace. So there's loads of writing space. As I say, I see this as a very kind of introspective journal. But yeah, the mirror was a weird thing to add, but I'm into it. I like it. This is just a little bit of writing paper with some lace. In this back pocket, this is a kind of a taggy thing with some metal corners. Again, that would be great with like a metallic gel pen writing on that. Darker surface. And then this flips up, and this is kind of difficult to show you, but on the bottom here we've got another hand-bound pad of paper, and there's some more lacy bits. And here I have like a side pocket, because if I did a normal pocket, stuff could fall out the side this way. So I did it facing this way so that when it's all closed up, nothing, or even when you're flipping it up and down, nothing falls out, and then it closes and it's nice and sealed. So this is another little envelope that beautiful kind of dirty gold lace. It's kind of brown, I guess. And then there's just some writing paper here. And here is a bit of handmade paper that I made myself from other paper, as you do. So yeah, this bit flips up, so it flips back down and closes, and then you've got all this chunky laciness, which is nice. You've got your mirror. This folds out and in and closes, and that is the end of this book. So the last book I will show you is this one. It has this fringy, lovely, soft, I don't know, I can't really call it a lace, it's kind of a trim that I partially dyed green. So that ties in. It's got a nice, these are 2 stone beads. I think this is a shell bead that's been dyed green in between. So this is the only one with a little bit of a tassel. I didn't cover up the spine. It's covered in lace as well, and I didn't decorate the cover. On the previous one I didn't decorate the cover either because obviously I didn't want to cover up the beautiful pattern. But on this one I just thought this was enough. It looks quite nice, but I tied the ribbon vertically rather than horizontally because I didn't want to crush the fluff. The fluff is quite nice, and it, having a ribbon tied long term would probably make quite a dent and it wouldn't look very nice. So yes, there's the ribbon. Ribbon's not terribly exciting. And this one doesn't have much in the way of foldy outy bits, but I did a set of illustrations. These aren't the original illustrations, they're copies of the illustrations, but they are all my illustrations. So it's my original artwork that I have created, and they're all moths and butterflies with slug bodies. Except for one of them, which is a ladybird. So I'll show you that one eventually, because I've glued them in all over the book. So this one actually has stenciling and illustrations throughout, and these are wooden embellishments too. You can see they're a bit chunky. And here we have a pocket with a tag and a couple slugger flies. And this is actually an envelope too. So yeah, that flips up. It's got a pocket there, and it's got a bit of space here to write or whatever you fancy. And I don't know what you would store in there. I'm thinking maybe a key or seeds would be good, or a little note of some description. It was just a cool idea I had, and this is just a bit of writing paper, I think. Yeah, just a bit of writing paper there. So that's the front pocket. So now we'll look at these. So that's a bit of stenciling, and then we have a gnome with his sluggerfly being a baby. You can't really see its wings, but I imagine they're there. More stenciling. Tea-dyed paper, so the types of paper are the same as the other two, it's just I've embellished these a bit more. This little guy's on a mushroom. This is the ladybird one, so that's a bit of tracing paper, and then you've got the ladybird slug, and more stenciling. Here's another little guy. More stenciling. Another little guy on a mushroom. He's sleeping. And more stenciling. Go figure. Another little guy. And a little guy hiding behind the tracing paper. Stenciling. Yada yada. So these are the ones that are glued on the pages are only repeated once. They may be repeated on the ephemera, but on the actual pages there's only one of each drawing, so it won't be all like the same 3 repeated over and over. And here's another little gnome with a little friend on his hat. What else have we got here? Yeah, tea-dyed stenciling slug with wings. This is another pen holder. This one's been embellished to match this specific book. There's another little guy. Oh, I know I'm taking forever, aren't I? More stenciling and little guy and stenciling and little guy. And then we have more stenciling, and then we have a little guy. And stenciling, little guy, little guy, and stenciling and little guy. And like I said, you see these are repeated, but on the pages there's only one of each. So that's a tag with some writing space, and this is just a little index card with a bit of lace on both sides to write your little notes, and it's all very nice. And that is it for this book. So that's all 3 books now I have introduced you to. As I say, they will be going into my folksy shop, and yeah, I think I'll be taking a wee break from making books for now, because I need to direct my attention elsewhere. And I will. And it'll be great fun. And watch this space for more creative randomness. Bye!